Greetings. Hi, I'm Dr. Walter Jacobson, a board-certified psychiatrist. I want to talk about anger management and yelling. Okay, first of all, yelling is a primitive form of communication, and it's not the most effective form of communication. Certainly, we yell because we think it is effective. We yell and we scare people, we intimidate people, we bully people into theoretically doing what we want. Sometimes it works, but it also creates resentments and grievances and anger as a result, and eventually that's going to come back and bite you in the butt. So you may get in the short run what you want, but in the long run you'll have a failed relationship, for example. Anger and yelling is just a chump maneuver. It ultimately gets you nowhere. It is not an effective form of communication. It can work. You can get some immediate results. If your kids are really annoying you and you scream at them, you can scare the hell out of them and they'll shut up, But if you take some extra time, even though they're incredibly annoying, to try to soothe them and validate them and calm them and encourage them to listen to you and follow what you believe is in their best interests, it's a healthier way to go. In the long run, you're going to get better results. When you scream at your kids because it's quick and easy and it gets the job done, 16 years later, you're going to have incredible opposition, a possible drug addiction and delinquency. You're going to have kids who may love you but also hate you, and they're going to be very unsatisfying relationships. And this has to do with kids and your significant others and everybody in the world. Okay? Find a way to not yell. If you want inner peace in your mind, if you want inner peace in your home, if you want peace on the planet, we've got to stop yelling. We've got to start to find a way to communicate more effectively. Okay? So a big thing now then is what's going to happen is this may occur to you the next time you're screaming that you're screaming and that it's not a good thing, but you're not necessarily going to stop it, but that's what you got to do. You got to disengage. As soon as anybody in an argument appreciates the fact that the two of you are insane because you're yelling and not really effectively communicating, one of you has to have the wisdom to say, time out, this isn't working. We're not listening. We're not communicating effectively. We're not trying to see each other's point of view. We're not trying to find some common ground. We're not trying to negotiate and compromise some solution that will be for the greatest good of all concerned. We each want to just prove that the other person is an idiot. We just want to prove that the other person, doesn't know what they're talking about, that the other person is wrong and we're right. As soon as either one of you realizes that you're stuck in anger and grievance and yelling, you need to disengage. You say, hey, look, I love you. I care about you. I want to resolve this, but this isn't getting us anywhere. I don't want to say anything that I don't mean. I don't want to have any kind of acting out impulsive behavior. So I don't want to yell. So we need to go to our separate corners. We need to go away and leave ourselves alone for a while so we can think and get calm and contemplate and figure out the best way to deal with this. And then we can come back together and we can talk about it, and hopefully we'll be better at communicating by taking that break, and just not going down that path of yelling and screaming and and getting nothing resolved. Okay, so the mnemonic that I encourage people to remember and put into their head, the mantra, so to speak, is stop, look, and listen. Okay, so if you are yelling and full of rage, stop, disengage. Look at and then get calm and look at the facts of the situation, because sometimes we're angry and we get twisted and yell because we have misperceived. We have distorted perceptions based upon our insecurities, our fears, our doubts, our own low self-esteem, and so we misperceive that somebody, what they said or did, and we think that it was an assault or an attack or a slight when it really wasn't. It wasn't meant to hurt us, but we perceived it that way, and then we acted as if that was reality, when it might not necessarily have been so. So you got to stop, you got to look at the data. Did I overreact? Is this my insecurity, my oversensitivity, my low self-esteem that made me perceive this person as doing something bad to me or hurting me or attacking me or if it is, then I need to not go down that road of being angry. I need to get my own house in order. Okay, but even if I do the analysis and discover that I'm looking at the facts, then yeah, I think what they did was insensitive and cruel, and unkind, etc., etc., still there's a better way to deal with it than yelling, because they're just going to get defensive and yell back, and they're not going to get the message. So what you got to do is you got to stop, you got to look at the data, and then you got to listen to your higher self, which knows what's best for you. There is a part of your mind when you get calm and aren't yelling and don't have all the noise in your head, you can access that higher self, that inner colleague that knows what's best, that knows the best way to deal with someone, the best way to validate somebody, but at the same time disagree with them and get your own point across. Okay, stop, look, and listen. Disengage. Forgive and win. Anger hurts, forgiveness heals. Stop yelling. It's toxic. It's bad for you. It's bad for everybody. Okay, see you next time. Take care. Peace be with you. Bye-bye.